What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. In the last episode, we returned to Nimbasa City, went over the Battle Institute very briefly, and returned to the big stadium where we are battling trainers who are pretty high level and a great way of training up my team as I make my very slow ascent into the 70s level-wise, because that is where I would like to get my team to before we start tackling the biggest and the baddest trainers in the region. We still got a lot to do, and if I have to do some off-screen training, so be it. It might end up coming to that. We'll find out. But for right now, just going to be doing all of the new battles that we have at our disposal. And, well, there's a lot of them here. Plus, you get some pretty good items for fighting all of these trainers as well. So let's do this thing. And we have one more trainer left to fight here, and then we're going to go off to the small court where there will be even more to go after. And that's probably going to take most of the rest of the episode, if I'm being completely honest with you. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Johanna wants to learn Quiver Dance. Abso-frickin-lutely. Okay, so boost the user's special attack, special defense, and speed stats. This is an amazing move that, honestly, I don't think can go wrong. And as much as I was hyping up Silverwind, and as much as I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? Of all the moves that I have right now, I think that's the one I need to get rid of the most, just because it hasn't been super great for type coverage and all that, and I would really like to just have that stat boosting power. If I can ever get Johanna to learn Bug Buzz, I think that will be, that's when I'll get rid of either Psychic or, oh my gosh, why can I? Psychic or Giga Drain, excuse me. I'm definitely never going to get rid of Heat Wave. But on to the next one, and the last one here in the big stadium. And then, like I said, we will move on to the small court. Yeah, Quiver Dance, just too good of a move to pass up. There's no way I'm not going to use that. And oh gosh, I forgot about this guy. This is going to be just a giant waste of my time, isn't it? I do not like these kinds of trainers that just throw out a bunch of super weak stuff at us that really can't even stick up for itself. And indeed, not a single one of his Pokemon is fully evolved. So this is going to be kind of a slow burn here. What is going to be like the fastest way of getting through this? Honestly, there's not really any great options here. I think what I'll do is I'll switch on over to Johanna for exactly this reason. And, I mean, I might as well just show Quiver Dance, I guess. And then just sweep the rest of the field. But, yeah, we'll just do that. So let's just use Quiver Dance once really quickly. So, oh no, it uses Snatch. Oh man. Oh, look at you. The perfect move. Oh, that's hilarious. I had no idea this Munchlax would have had that. Okay, this actually might be a little bit of a difficult guy to take down. Let's try to Heat Wave this thing while it continues to use Snatch, and then I'll try to use Quiver Dance on something else. Oh my gosh. That actually made it kind of tanky. That's a little scary. I mean, not super tanky, but a little tanky. Look at that. Using Rollout now. Oh my gosh, this Munchlax is freaking stacked. Well, we better knock this thing out quick. Let's use a move that's not going to miss. Okay, and then I'm going to try to use Quiver Dance again because, geez, that was ridiculous. Whooper. All right, here we go. This thing ain't going to be snatching any Quiver Dances from me. So let's do that. And then we'll be able to just Giga Drain this thing and get all my HP back. So, Rain Dance. Well, that does suppress my fire, but I don't think I'm going to be using it against any of the rest of these Pokemon anyway, so it's not really the end of the world. So, yeah, it's just so nice to have that special attack, special defense, and speed raised all with one move. It's so strong. It's really good on Lilligant, too, who actually learns it quite early. So, I cannot recommend it enough. It's just such a strong move. I guess for this Spoink, I'll also be using Giga Drain because I can't use Heat Wave in this situation. But the rain's still going, so it might honestly survive. It didn't. Okay, we got the crit. Never mind. And then we got Sandshrew. Definitely not going to survive my Giga Drain. And then last but not least, well, actually, I would say is least because it's the... Well, actually, Bonsly's a baby Pokemon, but it's the only other baby Pokemon, and that is Wynot. And we've talked about baby Pokemon before and how they are just kind of obnoxious to train. But, I mean, I do like Wynot. I think he's a cutie. The question is this thing going to use, is this thing going to throw something back at me? Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay, that's going to frickin' hurt a lot. Ow. Oh my gosh. See, that was the only problem, is it can just frickin' wipe me out if something hits like that, and I don't one-shot it. Gosh dang it. I love how these trainers just predict everything perfectly. It's so funny to me. It's okay. We're done with this place as soon as this fight is over. And then off to the small court. And honestly, I think I'm just going to meet you guys there. I'm not going to really waste time. Because I probably need to just go back to the Pokemon Center. I'm not going to waste any revives on this when I can just run over there super quickly. So we're going to get a rare candy. Okay, I will definitely take that. That is definitely something I need and definitely something I want as many of as I can get here. Given, again, that we're trying to train our team up. We still have a combined total of something like 70 levels to get, which is kind of crazy. But also, I do have my Zoroark languishing in the PC right now, and I probably should go and do a swap really quickly before we go any further. All right, and here we are. I actually swapped out Zoroark for Tomoe, as a matter of fact. And, well, I probably should have 100% checked, but I'm pretty sure Johanna still has the lucky egg, so I think we are good. Yeah, let's just kind of keep everything as is, I think, and get to battling some of these trainers. So again, during a study break, man, there's so many people out here. So many, and I have no idea what all of the miscellaneous trainers are going to be packing, so we'll just kind of have to find out as we go, but it's probably a good time to use Zoroark in these situations. Okay, Seadra. This thing can have Poison Point, which is a little bit worrisome, but we'll see what we can do. Crush Claw this thing. There we go. Oh, that was a lot of damage. I liked that. Thank you very much. That was awesome. Okay, Dragon Arrow. So we're getting a lot of dragons right now. Why don't we switch on over to Farina for this? Because, you know, why not? I think we're going to have the speed advantage on all of these, and I'm going to see if I can start knocking these things out with some dragon moves of my own, especially since I don't have an ice type. Well, I never had an ice type, but I don't have any really good ice moves in this situation outside of Ice Punch. If Farina can just start knocking them all out with Dragon Claw, then we should be good to go, especially because the next Pokemon is just Shelgon. I really wish all of these were Kingdra, Salamence, and Dragonite, because that would have made it a lot more interesting, but nope, we got the mid stages for everything. But, you know, well, I mean, whatever. Could be worse, but I would definitely have preferred a more exciting fight. So now our next one is, looks like a Rich Boy here. So I think I should be good to keep Challenger out in front. Because I'm looking at my screen, and he was like right there in the middle of the screen, and I think he has just a Volbeat on him, but I could be wrong. Yes, he does. Okay, wow. That was amazing. I like that. Actually, a lot of the Pokemon that we're going to be fighting here in the small court today are going to be good for Challenger to go up against, because a lot of them are weak to flying. Actually, I probably could have gotten away with a Rock Slide there, but I guess better safe than sorry. So we can just knock this thing out in one shot. And indeed, that is some good experience right there. All right. And then, why was he shouting VIP like that? That was incredibly strange. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. Whatever. Before I talk to these two, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a swap around, just because I don't want Challenger in this fight. And I actually don't want Kamina in it, or Johanna in it either. I do want Kamina in it. Actually, no. Instead of Kamina, I'm gonna put Zoroark in there instead. It'll all make sense in a second. Let's talk to these two. All right, you two. So these are the backers again, and I believe one of them is going to have a Zebstrika, and the other one is going to have a Jellicent. So we will use my Flygon on Zebstrika naturally, and we will use... I'll just try to see if I can get away with using a super powerful Dark move on this Jellicent here. So Earth Power on you, and Dark Pulse on you. There we go. I don't know if this is going to be enough to one-shot it, because, you know, it is really tanky, but we will see. Holy crap. Oh, we got the crit. That was awesome. Well, I guess Zoroark is holding a Razor Claw, so that does kind of track, but man, that was awesome. The thing about not having Zoroark in the fight too much is he catches right up. He's so good. He's so good at just staying with the team all the time. Yeah, there's no way Zebstrika was going to survive that. Not a very good defensive Pokemon. Good Pokemon for a lot of other things, but not for defenses. All right. Still got a number of trainers left to battle. Looks like we got 5 more battles ahead of us. Let's switch Challenger back to the front now for this one. And I think I'm good to leave Challenger at the front for almost all the rest of these fights. There's like one fight I'm kind of side-eyeing where maybe it's not a good idea, but the rest of them shouldn't be too much of an issue. Smasher Elena. Baltoy. Okay, that is an interesting start. Psychic and Ground. I mean, I don't love this situation, but I think I'll still... I mean, it's just a Baltoy. If it was a Clay Doll, I'd be much more inclined to swap. But I think I can probably just break through this no problem. Although, yeah, it's the other Pokemon that she's got that I definitely don't want Challenger to go up against. So let's just hit it with that. Good damage. Still one-shot it. Yeah. That's what I figured. And then now to fight against the Sandstorm, let's switch back on over to Farina. And just Earth Power the Zebstrika. Yeah. Super simple. Not a lot of variety to some of these fights, but, you know, that's okay. You know, they're using a lot of the same Pokemon. Ooh, I'm so glad we avoided that Thrash. That would have actually hurt. Non-stab, but Thrash is such a powerful move. I mean, it's the same as Outrage, essentially. It's just the normal type version. They both hurt a lot, no matter who's using them. So it's... And wow. Okay, let's just keep avoiding. I think Farina does have the Bright Powder on him, though, right now, though. So I could be also benefiting from that. But I'm not 100% sure in that regard. Oh, thank you. We'll get a Zinc for our troubles. Sure, sure, sure. Always a good thing. All right, this is... Okay, this fight, yes. I will leave everything as is. I mean, Volcarona would have been ideal for this one as well, but it's okay. It's okay. I have Challenger out in the front, so I'm not too worried. Whimsicott and Lilligant. Here we go. We'll see if they all decide to gang up on my Zoroark here. I get the feeling they won't, though. So, well, actually, there's a very high possibility that they actually do. Oh, I do have Flamethrower, though. So let's hit the Whimsicott with that. Man, Zoroark is so fast. So many fast Pokemon on my team. I love it. Honestly, Zoroark might just take care of them both before Challenger even gets a hit in. We'll see if the Lilligant can tank this next Flamethrower. But I don't know. Quiver Dance. Okay, it probably will be able to tank it now. Especially because it's non-stab. But is it going to be faster than either of these two at this point? No. All right. Such a good move, but I don't think that setup's going to be enough. Ooh, and the burn. It's going to use Petal Dance. It's going to miss, and then we're going to hit it with the Fly, and down it goes. That was a beautiful combination of events there. Very, very good, Challenger. And not Jack. And Zoroark. Pretender to the Jack throne, I should say. And then we got you next. All right, another one of these. Just back and forth across all these trainers. Oh, man. You know, it really is. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm obviously being sarcastic. There's just so much to do here. But, again, we want to just see this team continue to grow. I know sometimes episodes like these can absolutely feel like filler. And, you know, I mean, sometimes I regret it, but sometimes I don't because it's just like... certainly there is a possibility. Also, yeah, Hurricane is still going to hit here. Certainly there is, you know, I could be speeding up through all of these, but I don't know if I really find that necessarily any more or less engaging. I mean, sometimes you just got to have a filler episode. These Pokemon games, there's just so much going on that there's not really much else to do except for just kind of show everything off. And also just because, you know, I do want to get the most out of everyone on my team, and I want to show everything that they're capable of. So I don't hate doing this every single time, but I also understand if some people watch these episodes and go, nothing's happening here, and then they just wait to the next one, which, you know, it's fine. Plus, we're also in the post game where a lot of the things of consequence aren't as common, but obviously, you know, if you're really only interested in the major fights, you're going to be waiting until the last few episodes of the post game, and those are going to be pretty clearly marked at this point, I feel like. So we should be ending the episode now, but there's only 2 trainers left to fight, so I think I'm just going to do these. Probably leading into this one with my bird was not the best idea. In fact, I get the feeling I'm about to get my ass whooped for this decision. Geodude to start. Okay, maybe I can get away with a superpower here and then swap. I don't know. We will see. I will definitely swap on over to my Volcarona after this and just Giga Drain everything. Because all this guy has is rock types. I don't know. Maybe we can brute force this Geodude. Yeah. Oh, it's got... Oh, they have Sturdy. Okay, I definitely don't want to swap then because that is going to be a problem. That is going to be a huge problem. Okay, I'm going to swap to Jack then instead. So Graveler is next. Let's go. Yep, we're just going to Aura Sphere these things because they do not have great special defenses. but at least we can withstand most of their attacks. I mean, they do have ground attacks that could hurt a bit, but I don't know. We will see. Let's try. Yeah, we'll just stick with Aura Sphere. It is special attack is always going to win out in this situation because that's where their defenses are worse. So let's see. Oh, this one didn't have Sturdy. Okay, interesting. Wasn't expecting that. All right, well, Jack wants to learn Dragon Pulse. This is a tough one. And the reason this is a tough one is solely because I have Ice Punch on Jack. Because obviously the only Pokemon that Dragon Pulse is going to be super effective on is Dragon types. And Ice Punch already kind of gets the job done there. But Dragon Pulse is also a bit stronger. And, I mean, then again, I have more coverage with Flying and Grass types with this too. This is such a tough sell. Honestly, in most circumstances, I would 100% be okay with this. In fact, I'm looking to eventually replace Close Combat with a Steel-type move. And then just keeping Aura Sphere and Psychic. But, I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to pass. I think I'm going to pass on this one. This one hurts a lot. I would very much like to have it. It's just that Dragon Pulse on anything but a Dragon Pokemon is kind of a little bit of a tough sell in and of its own right. So I think that's why I'm going to just leave that the way it is. All right, well, I hope that this Golem doesn't have Sturdy. Otherwise, we might be in trouble here. Okay, it's literally got a 50% chance of having Sturdy, so we will find out if it has it. And it doesn't. Only the Geodude did. Good. Well, that just worked out beautifully. All right, and all that awaits us is the last Smasher here, who I think I know what this person is going to have. I think. Yeah, okay, no, I know exactly what they're going to have. Let me swap on over to... I'll go to Farina at the front, yeah. Speaking of dragons, let's do that. And then I'm probably going to swap after this first Pokemon, and then we'll call this an episode once this is all done. Then we can move on from Nimbasa at the start of the next episode. We're actually going to be heading off to Driftvale in that one, where we've got a lot of things to go over once we go on that way. But let's hit it with the Earth Power. Very simple. And then I think her other Pokemon is a Jellicent, which, you know, that should be fine. That's not going to be really too difficult to deal with. So there we go. All right, and then we got Jellicent. All right, let's switch on over to Zoroark for this one. And I'll just hit it with a good old Dark Pulse, and that should be enough based on the last Jellicent that we were able to take down in one shot. This will also push Zoroark to level 59. Beautiful. Oh, wow. This one actually was a lot tankier than the other Jellicent. Oh, that's right. We did get a critical hit that time, though. I guess that does make sense, now that I think about it. It's okay. We'll just Dark Pulse it again. It did decide to waste an entire turn on Rain Dance, so not too much of a problem to deal with. That's a lot of experience there. Imagine if we'd also had the Lucky Egg on top of that. Wants to learn the move Imprison. That is a terrible move, let alone at this late in the game. I do not care about that move at all. All it does is prevent Pokemon from using moves that your Pokemon already knows, so the only thing it would stop them from using is Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, and Nasty Plot. Kind of dumb, not going to lie. But all right, after we have taken care of the last of the trainers here, we're going to head back to the Pokemon Center, and I'm going to heal, but I'm going to do that as I say farewell, everybody, because that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. And in the next episode, off to Driftvale we go, and off to the Pokemon World Tournament we go. I will see you all in the next one.